Well, this month, nearly 2,600 people across the country will hear the terrifying words, "You have breast cancer." That's according to the Canadian Cancer Society, just one of the many organizations letting folks out there know that you are not alone. Joining us now is Gail Miles, founder of Wellspring Chinguzi, and Isa Karyadi. Thank you so much both for being here with us today. I know that this is very personal for you both to speak about, and you both have very personal journeys to share. Isa, walk me through your journey here.
So I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year. And of course, when you hear news like that, it's devastating. And you start going through, appointments and scans and meeting surgeons and doctors. And then as I was telling family and friends that I had cancer, I kept hearing about Wellspring. And you should check out Wellspring and check out the resources they have. So I did. I walked into their office one day, and of course I was still shocked from the news. So I walked into one of the gentleman's offices, and I was crying, and he just put his hand on my shoulder and said, "You're in the right place, and we'll get you the help that you need." And he set me up with 3 complementary therapy sessions with a specialist who had worked in the medical field for over 25 years, and she had experience dealing with cancer patients and the Ontario standard of care when it comes to cancer. So she just kind of eased my mind and just kind of showed me told me about a different perspective on what to expect going into appointments and procedures and treatment options.
So Isa, you're paying it forward now. You're a volunteer with Wellspring Chinguzi, the founder, seated right beside you. You have your own personal journey as well, and I'm assuming you could relate to a lot of what Isa has shared too. Is that what led you to create Wellspring Chinguzi?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2004, and I was just devastated by the news, and so much so I didn't even tell anyone. Oh. I just kept it to myself. And the worst thing about a cancer diagnosis is that debilitating effect that it has on you and your family. And so I felt like the next year cancer had stole my life because it completely takes over. And at that time in Brampton, there was nowhere to go. We had medical care, of course, but we didn't have anywhere to turn for the emotional support that you really need when you're going through cancer. So at the end of all my treatment, myself and my husband, and actually the minister of a local church, we went to visit Wellspring in Oakville. And we said, we need that for Brampton. And so that started the most amazing community miracle that I have ever experienced, because from the time we started looking for Wellspring, we had the land donated, the building donated, and the whole community came together. Community organizations, sports groups, local businesses, everybody that we approached said, how can we help? And in less than 3 years, a 6,000 square foot facility was built and the doors were opened, and it was a miracle.
Really goes by the saying, for the community, by the community.
Exactly.
And there are going to be ways for folks to also get involved with Wellspring Chinguzi and be able to contribute and support. Tell people at home how they can get involved.
Well, the Wellspring Chinguzi is run predominantly by volunteerism. We do have paid staff. All of our programs are provided by trained professionals, but the rest of the center is run by volunteers, and they're the heart and soul of Wellspring. They're the people that are there to put their arms around you, and most of them have had their own cancer journey, or a spouse of theirs has gone through cancer, so they get it.
Yeah, and you have, so Big Walk for Cancer Support takes place October 6th. Tell us a little bit about who you're celebrating, what this event is all about.
So I was on that committee.
So yeah, I'm volunteering with them, and so this year's theme is Unsung Heroes. So we're honoring people, medical professionals, family members, kids, aunts, uncles who have helped you, who you consider a hero on your journey. So I had many heroes. I have my daughter, my mother-in-law, my husband, my son, so many friends and family that have come forward. So we're honoring unsung heroes this year at the Sunday walk this Sunday.
How can people get involved?
Well,
they can check out the website, Wellspring Chinguzi. You can register online, but they're also accepting registrations that Sunday morning if you want to come in person and register that day.
I want to end on an important note because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's lots of advocacy that you both do, and there's a lot of advocacy that organizations across the country do. You talk a little bit about your own personal journeys, but what are some things that people should know about navigating this journey? And Gail, you talk specifically about early detection.
Well, early detection saved my life. And the only reason why I went for the mammogram was I had broke my foot. I know that sounds funny, but when I went to see my doctor, she said, "Oh, you're supposed to go back for a mammogram because a year ago they saw something," and it was that actually it saved my life.
And for me, it was just I woke up one morning, I had a little bit of pain on one breast, and I told my husband about it, but I was gonna brush it off and just think it's aging, it's hormones, and he said, "No, you should go check it out right away." So within a week, I went to see my doctor. A week later, I had a mammogram. Week after that, I had an ultrasound. Week after that, a biopsy. And then within the month, it was confirmed that it was breast cancer. So if you feel anything, see anything different, self-exams are great. There's a saying in the breast cancer world where they say, get to know your breasts. Feel them on the first of every month, or pick a day any month that's important to you, and just make sure you get to know your breasts and look for changes or lumps, bumps, dimpling, anything like that, because it could really save your life as long as you're aware.
We hear these messages all the time, but I always love to remind folks at home because you talk about how it saved your life and you just had a quick reaction right there. Okay, Isa, Gail, thank you so much. For you at home, make sure you check out Wellspring Chinguzi. This is a community-based organization that looks out for their own. We thank you both very much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
we
having us.
appreciate it.